How good was James Gunn's Superman movie? In my honest opinion, it was way better than Man of Steel by Snyder. In my honest, he had a better Lois Lane. He had a better side characters. He had a better Lex Luthor. He had a better world building. He had better Metropolis. He had a better overall Superman. He had better parents too. And he had a better Clark Kent overall. You know, Clark Kent and the Zack Snyder Superman, he barely had a personality in my honest opinion. But I'm not trying to shit talk Snyder. Shout out to him. He makes great movies, by the way. It's just that I think James Gunn made a better Superman movie overall. His Superman movie had way more depth, had better side characters overall. Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, what else? Hot Girl. Yeah, just Jimmy Olsen. I mean, like, everybody just played their role to a T. I think he delivered one of the best Supermans I've seen in a minute, And overall, his story building, I think the only problem with this Superman was there wasn't enough badass moments. This Superman kept getting his ass whooped. I think the only thing you missing from this Superman, you should have given him like 10 more badass moments. And I appreciate his Superman was actually saving people. His Superman was actually being a superhero, Superman. And it was a pretty good spin what they did with his parents. Well, his parents, basically, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. Hopefully you've seen the movie already. But what I'm about to say is basically like his parents wanted him to colonize Earth. They picked a very simple planet where it was stupid humans. And he was like, our technology is developed. You're going to be a superhuman on this planet. You need to dominate it. Okay, they sent him to a planet to dominate, but he turned out to be a hero on this planet. And I like that spin because it kind of makes sense. You're gonna send your child to a planet that has very compared to Krypton, human technology is like 10,000 years behind, and the yellow sun is gonna make you damn near a god on this planet. So it kind of makes sense that they sent them to a much weaker and underdeveloped planet. So that's pretty cool. That's dope. I like what he did with the parents. I like what he did with Mr. Terrific. Terrific was a fucking badass in this movie. He did his thing. He showed out and put on, And Lois Lane, I like her character. She was a little bit too nosy in the movie for me. I feel like there's certain points in times where you could be a girlfriend and certain point in times where you could be a reporter. And it's like she didn't know how to turn it off. So that's one thing for me. If I was Superman, if I was Clark Kent, I would have broke up with her ass immediately. But shout out to him for being a good boyfriend. But overall, I think this Superman was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'll give it like a solid 7.5. I feel like I remember this Superman way better than the Man of Steel Superman. Even though the Man of Steel Superman has hype moments, has badass moments, but the side characters were weak. The character development was weak. And sorry, the Lex Luthor, not Lex Luthor, General Zod was a weak ass villain, man. Weak ass villain. And the Batman vs Superman, the Lex Luthor in there, he was a weird guy. So I think this had a way better Lex Luthor overall. And that's my opinion. This Superman is a 7.5 overall. I hope he builds the story up a little bit more, add more characters, I guess for the sequel. I know there's going to be a Superman 2. I just hope they don't rush into like making basically an Infinity War. I really don't want to see an Infinity War. Let it build for like the next 8 years, and then you can make your own version of Infinity War. But for right now, this is a solid foundation for the DCU. I liked it, and as I said before, I give it a 7.5.